Hey everyone, and a huge welcome to all of you students of the teaching profession. So glad you're here. Let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a country where teachers are respected just as much as doctors? It sounds pretty amazing, right? Well, today we're taking a look inside China's really unique and highly structured education system, where teachers hold a place of immense respect. We're going to break down how it all works, from career paths to classroom culture. Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first, let's just try to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this. China has the single largest teaching force on the entire planet. And that's not just a cool statistic, it's the foundation for their whole system. I mean, to educate over 1 billion people, you can't just wing it, right? You need a system that is incredibly structured and organized. And that's the backdrop for everything we're about to explore.
So to really understand the day-to-day life of a teacher in China, you first have to understand the system itself. And if there's one word you need to remember, it's centralized. The entire educational framework is managed from the very, very top.
This top-down approach creates an incredible level of uniformity. Just imagine, the country's top scientists and professors are the ones writing the syllabus for the entire nation. This means a student in a huge city like Beijing is learning the exact same material as a student in a remote village thousands of miles away. The goal is one consistent standard for everybody, following this really clear path: 6 years of primary school, 6 years of high school, and then on to university.
Now, within this huge system, an aspiring teacher comes to a major fork in the road right at the beginning. It all boils down to two very different paths for how you're employed and paid. You've got the state-paid route, and you've got the community-paid route.
And believe me, the difference here is huge. If you choose the Gongban or state-paid path, you're basically a state employee. That comes with stability, a clear career ladder to climb. Your whole journey is pretty much mapped out. But if you go the Minban route, your paycheck is tied directly to the wealth of your local community. So this can create some pretty big differences in pay and opportunities. It's really a choice between state-backed security and a much more variable, community-based role.
All right, so let's say you take that stable state-paid path. What does that career actually look like? Well, for these Gongban teachers, professional growth is anything but a mystery. It's a journey up a very specific, nationally recognized ranking system.
And this hierarchy is super defined. A new primary teacher, you'll probably start as a first-grade teacher. With experience, you climb the ranks. Most high school teachers, for example, land at second grade. But the real goalposts are way up there: senior grade, and then the truly elite, super grade teacher. That title is reserved for the absolute top 5% of the entire teaching force. So this isn't just a list of names. It's a powerful built-in roadmap for your ambition and your entire career.
And you know, speaking of powerful things, I just want to hit pause for a second and say a massive thank you. Your support for our channel, No Problem, Only Solution, is just amazing. It's truly what lets us dive deep into topics just like this one.
We really appreciate you being here. Okay, so we've got the career structure down, but that's only one piece of the puzzle. There's an equally powerful cultural element that's happening inside the classroom.
So let's step inside that classroom for a moment. Because in this system, the classroom is defined by the profound, and I mean profound, unquestionable authority of the teacher.
This concept is absolutely fundamental. The teacher isn't there to facilitate a debate or moderate a discussion. Nope. They are the vessel for what's known as the single and absolute truth. Their job is to impart established knowledge, and the student's job is to receive it and master it. Simple as that. And from the student's point of view, the rules are crystal clear. Important knowledge comes from two and only two sources: the teacher and the textbook. Learning is a process of focused listening, thinking, and quiet practice. The goal is mastery, not debate. The entire system is built on the idea that knowledge is something you absorb, not something you challenge.
This single sentence really captures the very core of the entire teacher-student dynamic. So, when a culture builds its education system on such a deep foundation of respect, what do you think that does for the status of the teaching profession itself?
Well, what happens when you combine a highly structured system with a culture of absolute authority and respect in the classroom? You get a profession that is held in incredibly high public esteem.
In fact, when you measure it globally, the status of teachers in China holds a pretty singular position.
Number 1. That's right. According to the Global Teacher Status Index, there is no other country in the world where teachers are held in higher regard than in China.
And to put that number 1 ranking into perspective, get this.
In Chinese society, the teaching profession is considered equal to that of a doctor. Just let that sink in for a minute. That single comparison speaks volumes about the value the entire culture places on its educators.
Seeing this level of structure and respect is pretty thought-provoking, isn't it? It offers a fascinatingly different model for how a society can value its educators and, by extension, your future profession.
And there's so much more to explore when we look at education models around the world. So if you want to keep going, we've made it easy. You can find more explainers just like this in our dedicated playlist called The Teaching Profession.
So, I'll leave you with this to think about. What can we learn from a system that offers this level of structure and commands this level of respect? And what might that mean for the future of the teaching profession everywhere? It's definitely something worth thinking about.